Hi, meteorologist John Dawson. This is the Fox 26 YouTube Tropical Update. Glad you're checking in with us, and we're continuing a stretch of fairly quiet weather overall in the Atlantic. On the Pacific side of things, yes, there's definitely some happening still going on. So this is the time of year where we're not looking for a whole lot of activity typically, and the National Hurricane Center again giving us that statement that we loved to see issued by them in that tropical formation is not expected during the next 5 days. For the most part, though, we are continuing to kind of watch closer into the Caribbean and into the Gulf of Mexico, southern portions of the Gulf, as where those areas of formation might be happening, but there's just not much happening right now. We've seen that Saharan dust. That's something that's helping to attribute to it as well. But just overall, where we're seeing the action has been over in the Pacific, and Celia is still with us. Blas is no longer around, officially at least. Some remnants maybe a little bit out there, but Celia is certainly a tropical storm that is worth sort of keeping an eye on it for the moment. We're not expecting it to have a direct impact on land at this point. It is going to just sort of skirt right along that Mexican coast, though, and parallel to that as it continues to move. And the longer that it's able to stay together, the more favorable the conditions will be for it to grow stronger. So favorable being growing stronger, that's not always what you want to see a tropical cyclone do, but in this case, that's what's going to be happening. As if it can hang on around until Thursday, and probably it will be able to do so, it will be upgraded to a hurricane, most likely with maximum sustained winds around 80 miles an hour. And then it'll fluctuate in that size between 80 to 85 miles an hour for at least a day or two, and then we'll see what happens when it gets a little bit further out into the Pacific. But continuing to keep enough organization to it that maximum sustained winds right now are about 45 miles an hour. So even in the 24-hour period, it is expected to strengthen. And the speed looks to be fairly consistent, going to be moving at around 15 miles an hour. So it's going to be moving along, but we like the path that it is taking where it stays parallel, and maybe a little bit of rain kind of gets kicked off from this towards that west coast of Mexico. But for the most part, it'll be things that are manageable. Always glad you found us here on YouTube. If you're looking for more ways to gather more information, the Fox 26 weather app is always going to be a great way to do that. It's a free download. All the tropical information will be in there, as well as a great, easy way for you to stream whatever we're broadcasting out of our studio. So if you are in a situation in which your television, your power loss is there, and you can't see the TV, you can still stream and see the information that we're providing for you. And of course, I'd really enjoy it as well. If you wanted to connect with me on social media, you can find me at John Dawson, Fox 26.